Hey guys, I just wanted to jump on here and show you guys a really cool mod that you can do to upgrade the look of the Lego Turbo Targa Porsche kit. So I really like this model. It was super fun to build, but I wanted to give it maybe a little bit more of an aggressive look. Just so when it's sitting on my desk, I can admire it a little bit more. So the factory wheels are cool, but by simply doing a quick little mod, you can make this thing look really cool. You can do it with all the factory parts that it comes with, or if you want to dig into your personal Lego collection and grab two of these little X rods, I don't know what they actually call these, grab two of these, it will make it even look a little bit more clean. So let's get into it. Okay, so we're in turbo mode here. I'm going to take the front wheel off, and all we're gonna do is really adjust the spacing of the front wheel. And we're gonna take the little rotor disc off, and we're just gonna simply put this piece back on the little spindle, throw our brake rotor on here. All we're doing up here is just adjusting the front spacing, give it a more aggressive look. Okay, so now you actually have a little better fitment in the front. It's going to give it a little bit more of an aggressive look, but the rear is really where we're going to focus our attention on. Okay, moving on to the rear, we are going to want to pop that whole axle back out, and this should just pop right back out really easily, same way it went in. Oh, losing pieces. I'll put that back on in a minute. Set our frame back down. I'm gonna adjust the camera here so you can see. Okay, so here's our rear straight beam axle setup. What we're gonna wanna do is take our wheels off. We'll get it back down to bare axle. Keep all of our parts together. And here, what we're actually going to do is we're going to replace these two rods here. So we're going to pop the yellow pieces off on each side. And pull our discs off. And pop our tan pieces off. Okay. And now we're going to disassemble this and pull this rod out completely. So now this is where you gotta dig into your own personal collection and see if you have these little black rods. So just for size comparison, so you can see, and we're actually gonna replace the gray piece with the black piece. You can continue this mod with the factory piece. It's really just not gonna give you the same effect as changing it out. So we're gonna reassemble this now. This piece doesn't have the little step lip that this one has right here, but it really shouldn't matter. So back together, tan piece on. And for this demonstration, I'm gonna leave this side actually so we can see the final results. And so right away you can see the difference in length. Now the factory size I'm gonna put back normal. And then our modified side, I'm actually gonna take this spacer out. And I'm gonna remove that. So red piece back on and brake rotor back on. So really what we're doing is adjusting all of our spacing. So you could do this with just removing this, but you're gonna end up with a bunch of extra length here. So now, well, all we're gonna really do here is the big secret, is just run these wheels backwards. So instead of looking like this, we're gonna be looking at them like this with a deep concave look. So now this is the look we're going for. We'll put our factory side back as normal, if I could do it. And we'll do a side-by-side comparison. So like I said, you could use the factory axle shaft, but you're gonna have like a big shaft that's sticking out right here. Might not look the best. And of course, we're not using that spacer anymore or the little wheel retainer. Okay, so now all we're gonna do is simply reinstall this. Snap her right back in. And I just realized we did it on the wrong side. So what we're gonna do is take a look at the rear. This is the same with our factory update up here. And I'm just gonna switch the other side real quick so we can see. Oh man, I'm making a mess. Switch our rotor. Just like before, we'll get a final product. Boom. So here we go. Now we get that like really aggressive deep dish turbo look. And all we really did is switch the wheel around. And so I'll give you guys some beauty shots now. All right, so here is our final comparison. This is the factory OEM Lego look. And all I'm gonna do is flip the vehicle around and you're gonna see the upgraded turbo wide body look. So as you can see here, all we did is change the spacing up front, and in the rear with that changed axle setup, you get that flipped wheel. You get a nice deep dish look. I think it looks really good. I think the spacing now looks more proper for the old turbo Porsches. I think it's very cool. Give it a try, see what you guys think. Like I said, you can do it with the original axle setup, but ideally if you want to achieve the dark look where you're not seeing the shaft sticking out all the way into the wheel like this, you want to change that to this shorter style shaft. Thanks for watching. Hope this finds you well, and Happy New Year.